Alright, what's going on, Forgotten Nation? I'm your host, FG. Welcome back to the finale of the Fancy Pants Adventures. And last we left off, we began the Flash version of the game and made our way to the Pirate Lagoon. So, we're gonna pick off right where we left off and go straight to the pirate hideouts. And remember, originally when I played this, it actually started me at the bottom because of a bug, but this is where it really starts. So, we can enter the ship, but we're not gonna be able to do much because we need a new weapon. So, we have to resort to the underground. So, we're going to take a dip down below and head to the sunken ship. So, let's keep going. Alright, down below. Gotta collect all the squiggles on the way. So, one of the common things with the Flash version is that this is going really fast. Even if I wasn't going for all the collectibles, such as the stars or the micro trials, I would say this version of the game is still very much faster than the console version. I don't know, it just feels faster for some reason. Alright, so in the console version it was a ship, but here it's a door that leads to a ship in the background. So all we do is just enter through the door. So, welcome to the sunken ship. All we gotta do is make our way all the way to the top and grab ourselves a weapon. Now in this stage there was the micro trial. Not the micro trial, there is a micro trial, but no, it was the challenge with the crab. And I do believe Fancy Golf Ball still does return as a challenge. I'm not entirely sure though, but for what it is, it's still pretty faithful to the console version. Alright, let's just keep moving. If anything though, because they omitted some stages, I'd imagine that every challenge is at least different. So, I could be wrong here, but I'm thinking there's at least one racing, one golf ball, one like pop the balloons kind of deal. So there is a bit more diversity with this one, even if it is lacking. I can at least appreciate that. But anyways, welcome back to the unassuming closet of epic weaponry. And although it's a little bare bones this time, where did I leave that pencil? I need to draw my latest masterpiece, 500 stick figures doing backflips on unicycles. So, we're gonna grab the pencil. Indiana Jones style. So, alright, we got the pencil. Hey, I see what you did there, but I can't draw World 4 with a bag of sand. So, give me that pencil back when you're done, okay? So, just like the console, we got the pencil, and it behaves just the same. You're able to wind it up, and you're able to jump, or you can give some quick little taps. It will slow you down, so make sure it is pulled away when you're running. But let's continue with the stage where it shows us the tutorial of what I just said. Yep. And again, I still think it's way faster. Alright, watch out for the spiders though. They have crowns, so now you have to use the weapon against them. There we go. Alright, so wind up the weapon, and we meet our friend Sad Face. There's no avoiding it. Yeah, it really is faster. Alright, there's the crab I was mentioning. Yep, watch out for the bat. There's the micro trial. Which I like that with the micro trials here, they actually signify what they are because of the numbers under them. And remember, the console version didn't have those spiders with the helmets on, so there's a lot more diversity and points where you do need to use the pencil here. Alright, it's gonna hop on a bat. And this is the jumping section, which it's slightly remixed. Whereas before it was basically like a design going to the right. Here, it's a little higher. So we're gonna grab this star and keep going. Alright, keep moving. Alright. We're almost at the top. Be careful now. Here we go. Alright, let's head through the door. And now we can make our way back to the ship. So, let's head back up. Now that we got the pencil, it's gonna make things a lot easier. Let's just swim all the way back up. Do 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 do. Careful now. Whoa! What? You can't go up this way. Okay, that's new. So they actually block off that path. Alright. Well, let's try going this way then. Oh, can't go that way. So how about the other way? Nope. Okay, I think the game just glitched up then. Yep, the game just glitched up. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so there's a glitch in the game. That kind of sucks. No big worries though, let's just hop into the ship. Like what I did there. Wonder why I glitched though. Alright. What'd you go out for? Tacos or something? I wish you would call. I would have loved to get a slam! Minus 41! Alright, so let's go through the door. Now, just like the console version, this is still the longest stage. So, we're gonna have to go for the keys. And because we already did the collectibles before, I'm not too worried about the disco ball. However, this version does make note of a color scheme and a collectibles at the top right. So now you know which doors comply to which items, and you know what you're missing and what you still need. So that's a welcome change. I'm glad it actually tells you now what you're missing and which doors are which. But we're gonna grab this key that we can bop out of the way. What we really need is to pick it up though. Welcome change. Alright. I believe although the stage is slightly remixed, the design is still in the same areas as it was before. Alright. Alright. So let's try the chandelier again. There we go. Alright, these are trampolines now, and that's the disco room. See, there was no trampolines in the console version at all. They even add some new features that were just absent from the console version. Alright, so there's the second key we need. Let's get in there. Gonna take on each room as it goes. Gotta wind up the weapon. Come on. Another change I didn't mention before is that it actually says how many baddies are left. Alright. So the ducks do appear in the game even though their stage is absent. I mean, they're fun enemies. You gotta enjoy the ducks. Though the pirates, I could do one without, honestly. Can we just stick to the bathtub pirates? I mean... Got him. Alright, key me. Oh, don't want to kick it. Alright, got the key. One more to go. Alright, let's head down below. And I think I might know where it is if I'm remembering correctly. This has also been slightly changed on the right over here. It's a lot more open. Alright, so head this way. Yep, that's the last one. I like how the areas are actually signified by the color of the key, but also the ground as well. That's great. Alright. No music in this room. Just keep moving, I suppose. Yeah, why'd the music stop? Alright, so we got the ninjas here. Gonna keep bopping on their heads. Alright. So, in a game where the main enemies are pirates, but we have ninjas, tell me, do you guys think they belong? I don't know. I don't think they should belong because they're ninjas and this is a pirate ship, but there's always been that ongoing theme of pirates versus ninjas. I don't get it. I don't get it. Alright. And if I'm being honest, I think ninjas are cooler than pirates. Think about it, they're a lot more aerobic, they're able to use them, they have like the swords and all that. Plus, they got those ninja headbands. They're just really cool. Plus, they're like agents of the night. I don't know. I just think ninjas are way cooler than pirates. Alright. Wow. These guys are taking forever to kill. Right. Wait, what the? Come on now. You almost dead, buddy? There we go. Okay, so the ninjas actually take a couple more hits to kill this time around. Alright. Come on. Keep bopping on their heads. Give them a good kick. That'll send them flying, but it's not enough to kill them. Boing, boing, bouncing all day on ninja heads. I didn't think it was gonna take this long. Wow. Okay. There we go. One more to go. So where's that spider? There we go. Got him! Get out of here. And we got one more key for the taking. Alright, let's make our way to Cutie Pants. So, just like in the game, well, the console that is, we gotta get all the way back to the top of the ship. Which luckily doesn't take too long at all. Let's just get through the barricades. Alright, keep moving. All the way up. There's one of the disco ball rooms. No Icky Pants Brothers allowed. Alright, so we're not gonna get a fancy little cutscene, I'm pretty sure. But this is actually different. This was never in the console version. Alright. See, I do wish that there were some elements of the console version that really did rely on speed. Though I feel like the platforming in the console version wasn't really that emphasized with speed. I don't know. Especially the pirate levels and the ones later in the game. Give or take the very last area. I feel like it was more platforming than it was speed. Keep going. We gotta keep moving forward. Alright, we're almost there. Pretty sure. Keep moving. Alright, here's the door. Big bro, what are you doing here? Did you not get my cute messages? I even dyed the eyes with itsy bitsy hearts. I won't go home. I won't. No, 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 no! No! Tell the smelly captain with the cute beard for me to stop being so sad. So, it actually does track you down now. Again, I can appreciate that. Plus, we actually see him. 15 gets on a rich man's bench, yo-ho! And a barrel of monkeys! Alright, I'm almost done with me apple juice and I'm tired of writing pirate haikus and sonnets. If only I could dye me beard something more manly. You there! Wait for it. You can help a poor little pirate captain. I'll write you a sonnet. No, army fancy. Can you not help a pathetic pirate such as myself? If you go through the misplaced cavern and go to the Forgotten Isle, you will find the mythical beard dye of Norris. Fetch it back here to me so eyes can win back me crew. And I'll kick that no good. Wait for it. Skirt wearing, purdy smelling, pirate princess out. I will. So, once again, we do need to help Rainbow Beard here. Though, one stage is drastically changed, and that's the misplaced caves. So, although it is pretty similar to the console version, and I do mean it is similar, I would say it's actually shorter. Because there are some elements that still remain, but at the same time, not only is it slightly more detailed, but it's also, well, I don't know. It is different though. Alright, so let's keep moving forward. Alright, there's one of her messages. Why don't you listen when I, yeah. Alright, keep moving forward. So yeah, there are still some elements that remain the same, but there's also some elements that are changed. And there's a lot more emphasis on a cave design this time around, whereas the other one kind of felt like the one stage that was omitted from the game. Well, 2 stages already, actually. Alright, we're gonna keep moving forward. There we go. I should have took the lower route. There we go. Keep going up. Bounce on up here. Nope, not high enough. Okay, take this one. And take the door out of here. Going through the door. Alright. So this is the section where we blast off to the Forgotten Isle. And it's also where we're going to see another transition that was cut out because I went to the home instead. So, blast off. So, welcome to the Forgotten Isle. And I love the transition here because Again, I didn't show this in the console version, but you start from the water and you make your way to the land. It's fun. And you just like disappear into the trees. Let's keep going. Alright. And this stage is also different. More or less because it's not the console version. Though we're going to see a couple of elements up ahead. This is pretty much its own design. And a lot of it takes place in the canopies up above. So you could say this is an exclusive stage for that of the Flash version. Alright. We're going to keep going forward. So down below, and it's here we're going to find the mythical Temple of Norris. Let's go. And you gotta love the music here, but even this is different. Though it's still got the moving platforms, I would say this is much easier compared to the console version. Alright. I would say this fits like it feels more like Fancy Pants than the other one. Plus, you're just not riding the whole platform the whole time, so it feels like you're actually doing something that's worthwhile of the treasure. Alright. Get some air. Keep heading to the right. And we should find... Here it is! And they even played the sound effect. Alright, so we'll make our way to the pirate ship. And we already have the 3 keys from before, though the rooms are erased. All we gotta do is make our way to Cutie Pants. That's all it takes. Alright, so watch out now. I said watch out. And this time around, there's a lot more ninjas, so it really does earn the name Ninfestation. Definitely. Watch out for the chandelier. But yeah, there's a lot more ninjas. Alright, careful now. Okay, we're gonna use them to get all the way up here. And let's head into the quarters. Eek, gross ninjas everywhere! And of course, we gotta fight. Us pirates hate ninjas. That silly captain's radiant beard must have kept them away all this time. Stop those nasty things. I don't want to be Princess Captain anymore. Ew, ew, ew! And then he slams his way into here. Yar, I feel like a new pirate. And now my first order of business is Captain Manlybeard. You there! Wait for it. I shall prove my newfound manly might by giving you a thorough beard stomping, you pants man. Just, keep that evil little girl away from me. And then the one and only boss fight, just like the console version. All you gotta do is let the beard hit you. Well, not hit you, you gotta watch out for the beard. And you gotta stomp on him. This time, though, he's gonna be actively summoning the ninjas, so you gotta be careful. He still does have his one attack where he summons them, but a lot of them just come out of him anyways. So you just gotta watch out. If anything, I would say the ninjas are more of a threat here than the console version. But if I remember correctly, should still be 3 hits and that's it. Yep. So, that's the end of World 3. For good this time. So, Cutie Pants, come on, let's go home once and for all. Come on, sis. Onward. And yeah, that's the end of World 3. So once again, you are able to go back to all the stages. I don't think, though, it accounts for the stars and the squiggles this time around, so I think you have to go off of what you already know. So this game really isn't that much for 100% completion. This is simply as I did it, getting through to the end. And for some reasons, I kind of like it better that way. It's one thing to have collectibles, but it's another thing to simply just play a game to your leisure. And I think it works well for World 3 with the Flash version. But that's gonna do it for the Fancy Pants Adventures World 3 and the series LP. So, with any LP I do on the channel, it's time to give my thoughts and review of the game. First things first, though, we should probably stop the music in the background. I don't think you guys want to hear that the whole time. Give me 1 second. And I hope the microphone didn't duplicate itself. That's gonna be a bit of a worry. But anyways, I'm gonna give my thoughts of the game now. And if you guys like the video, first things first, be sure to leave a like and comment below. Thank you for all your support on the LP. I know this was pretty long for what it was worth, but I did enjoy it overall. But anyways, the Fancy Pants Adventures. So we're only looking at the console version as well as Worlds 3 and 1. We're not going to include World 2 because that's simply just a port of the Flash version. So let's start with World 3. I liked World 3. I think it's probably one of the better ones in the series. Though my nostalgia still favors World 2, I would say World 3 is definitely up there as one of the best in the Fancy Pants series. There's definitely still an emphasis on speed, platforming, and there's a lot more in terms of collectibles this time around. The stars, the micro trials. Really, there's just a lot more to the game overall besides simply going from start to finish, and I do appreciate that. However, as we are going to compare it to the Flash version, there are some things I don't like about it, and the first thing is some of the stiffness that the game has to offer. So the game itself kind of feels slow at the end go. It's not that the game itself as a whole is slow, because it still feels very great to play. I just feel like the pacing of it still is kind of slow. Especially there's a lot of stages to it. As you saw in the Flash version now, some of them were even removed as a whole. Though, for what you get, $15, I do expect it to have quite a good amount of content. So, no complaints about the extra stages in the Fancy Pants Adventures. They were great. They were great. Just not iconic in terms of World 1 and 2. I don't really think there's anything you can do about that. Maybe it's just the blind nostalgia, but I don't know. Something about it felt a little forgettable in the end with the World 3. Maybe it's just me, though. Maybe it's just me. Anyways, though, with the pencil mechanic, I like the pencil. I like the way it felt. I like the extra sense of speed you got. But with the console version, there really wasn't too much to it. Sure, there was a couple of stages that used it, such as the sunken pirate ship, and then going for the keys in the disco ball. But there really didn't feel like any core part of the game that really utilized the pencil in the melee. Really no standout enemies that you needed to use the pencil on. And that part kind of sucked, especially with the final boss. I would have loved if Manlybeard had some sort of emphasis with the pencil mechanic. It would have been cool. It would have been cool to be able to use a pencil against a sword in the final fight. But it's what you get out of it. As far as the challenges go, I like the challenges, especially the race mode. Some of them were short, I'll give you that much, but it's what you get out of it. It is a challenge. Though I love the race mode. And as far as collectibles go, I love the messages in the bottle that you got. I like the customization with the fancy pants. As far as pants colors go, you expect that, but even with the hats and the pencils, that was really cool. I'm glad they incorporated something like that as a collectible bonus. And I hope that World 4, I haven't actually played yet, but I will get to it eventually in my free time, does incorporate some sort of collectible bonuses. Because they're fun to have. Though I like to stick to the basics, I would say that the collectibles are fun to have. World 1, the remake. I thoroughly liked World 1 here more than the original. As I mentioned though, there is one version that came out very much later that just replaces both versions as a whole, the Flash version and the remake. World 1 Remix is the go-to version now, for many reasons. But we'll have to talk about that at a later time. As far as the console version goes, I love the extra sense of color and some of the added bonuses that they featured in the game itself. Even the color itself, I just love the extra backgrounds that they added, especially the Penguin's Den. It's fun to see like all the little knickknacks in the back, the console, the television, the couch. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So, Manlybeard as a villain. I liked Manlybeard. Had a lot more character going with him as opposed to, say, for example, an evil penguin or an evil rabbit. I like that the character actually had dialogue this time around and had an emphasis on Fancy Pants as a whole, rescuing his sister. Then mind Cutie Pants. Back when they were making the game, Brad Bourne actually mentioned that she was going to be a playable character, but she never did appear to be one. Not here, not in World 4. And that part kind of sucks, but for what it is, she is a likable character. Though I would consider her a bit of a brat in the console version. I do like her portrayal better in the Flash version, and we will get to that soon. So overall, as a whole, I really do like the console version of the game. It's good, but it's not great. It still feels like there's a little bit missing to the game that should have been added there. And for that does kind of take away from the game itself. But to give it a review, the Fancy Pants Adventures, the console version, I give a 7 out of 10. Overall, I say it's a great game, especially for those that are fans of the series or want to get into it, or even those that just want to see the game in a new shade of paint, because the added detail can make a difference, even if I don't like some of the things that the game has to offer. Now, let's talk about the Flash version. So, the Flash version is essentially the bare bones version of the game. This is essentially just Brad Bourne's doing on his own. And I don't think it actually has any credits. No, I can't say if it's just Brad Bourne. He's probably more people, kind of like World 2, but this is essentially just taking all the detail, but keeping it to the basics. But with that in mind, he even added some extra features, such as some extra animations at the beginning. I loved the animations he added. From the bathtub being drained out to seeing Cutie Pants being taken away. I just love the extra details that got put in that I wish were still there in the console version. The console version never did get a patch, so it feels pretty empty at the end of it. Whereas the Flash version, I feel like the extra changes make a difference. Even though the Flash version is missing 2 stages, and some of them have been altered, such as the last stage, not an Infestation, the one before that, dang it, the name's rolling off my mind right now. I can at least appreciate the changes they added. And thankfully, the one stage I didn't really like so much, the Rolling Bayou. These names are like at the top of my head, but I can't think of them. I'm kind of glad they got rid of it in the Flash version. I don't know, it felt like it was a rehash of the Kenobi Forest, just a darker theme. I can at least appreciate that. As far as some challenges go, it does suck that some of them were removed. I feel like maybe they could have incorporated them in some of the other stages, but it makes sense. It does make sense. Anyways, the game itself felt a lot faster with the Flash version. And I don't mean just like the game itself because I wasn't going for the collectibles. You can feel there's a pretty big difference between the running, the jumping, the springs, even the wall jumping feels very much faster than the console version. And whether that was intentional or not, whether it's because it's a different engine being used, I think that the extra speed makes the game. Because think about it, Fancy Pants as a series has always been about speed. From the beginning to World 2, even World 3, and I think the Flash version definitely emphasizes on that speed factor. So yeah, I would say that the Flash version is the fastest version of the game, and I can appreciate it for that. Now the challenges, the stars, the micro trials. Again, there is no 100% bonus in this game, and with the Flash version, there is no way to tell your progress. And just to be sure that there is no, I'm going to take a look in the game right now as it loads. No, there is no way to check your progress. So you're not going to know if you got 100% or if you got even the bare bones 50%. For what it is, you're simply playing the Flash version to play the Flash version. So if you're not one for the collectibles and you don't want to go for all the extra caveats, then the Flash version is for you. Definitely. And in some ways, I kind of liked not having to focus on going for all the stars, all the micro trials. It felt good just to breeze through the game itself. I don't know, maybe it's personal preference, but I just kind of like just going through the game casually. Not worrying about all the unlockables, all the extra content. Having everything right there in front of you as you saw it fit. And I do consider the Flash version to be the go-to version for World 3. But it doesn't mean that the console version's bad, because again, there are still glitches with the Flash version, as we saw with the when we got to the Pirate Lagoon. Like the water was pushing me down. I don't know what that was all about. So the Flash version still isn't perfect, but I still consider it the better version of the game. To give the Flash version a review, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's up there. It is definitely up there. However, there are still caveats to be found with the game itself. And I do appreciate some of the small changes as well. Even enemies that require that you use the pencil to attack them. And some of the extra dialogue too. I don't know. Just the small little additions make the game a lot better. And I can appreciate for that. But that's going to do it for the Fancy Pants Adventures. And this is where we're going to end it here. This was the last game in the series for a while. It wouldn't be until the late 2015, well, not 2015s, what do you call the era, like, you could say like the late 1990s, well, say the late 2010s, that we would actually see more of the Fancy Pants Adventures. The first was a remix of the first world, and from there, we saw Super Fancy Pants Adventures eventually make its way onto the Steam store, sponsored of course by Congregates, their flash game sites. So this isn't the last we'll see of the Fancy Pants Adventures, though this is the last I'll be covering on my channel for a while. Will I cover the next game in the future? Maybe, because I really did enjoy the Fancy Pants Adventures, and it's one of my favorite online series to play. So, Brad, if you're watching this, thanks for making my memories of my past. I love your series, and I hope to see more in the future. But that's going to do it for the Fancy Pants Adventures and the end of LP number 4. So if you guys liked it, be sure to leave a like and comment below. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I didn't drag on for too long. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. So, what comes next? To be truthful, I really don't know myself. Just look forward to a couple more arcade games in the future. Who knows, maybe we'll look at Pac-Man maybe. So, stay tuned.